that is about to flash, everybody, that is historically very bullish. And TJ pointed out this thing has not flashed one time in 2024. So this will be the first time this thing has flashed, and Bitcoin could have momentous upside heading into the presidential election, heading into Q4. And I'm here with TJ. TJ, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling good. It was a great weekend. We got what we asked for last week, a pump into the weekend, a little bit of a quiet weekend, some great weather. And like you mentioned, some really bullish setups coming up right now, looking for, as we've been looking forward to, really strong Q4 and, up and to the right from here. So I'm feeling good.
And our views are up and to the right. I appreciate it. I want to show this. If you didn't watch, Bitcoin does this every single presidential election. Make sure you go watch that. We just hit 50K this morning. And also, we just got a huge Chainlink video out where, of course, I know we have some Link Marines. We maybe have some Chainlink holders that maybe got in above $20, maybe got in closer to $50, still holding on. We're going on 3 years now. You're down on your Chainlink bags, but if you watch this, I guarantee you'll leave feeling a little bit more bullish for Chainlink. And I have a shocking price prediction in there. Folks, I know a lot of people think $200 Chainlink. I don't know if we'll go that far, but let's look at the crypto caps today, because we have a little bit of a pullback right now. It looks like Bitcoin is now down 1.3%. Ethereum is down 2%. BNB right there at 3%. XRP also peeling back a little bit. Tron, one of the only gainers in the top 10 here, or the only gainer. And then Cardano taking a little bit of a beating as well. That coin did do well over the past week, but it is down 4.5% just right now. Avalanche also down. Might have to go ahead and, if not close out the rest of the trade, maybe most of the trade there. But is there anything? Oh, wait, Chainlink holding up relatively strong in the face of the bloodbath here. They're just flat, only down 0.7 of the past hour. But is there anything that is pumping? Is there a single coin that is pumped? And help us pump those likes by hitting that little thumbs up, everybody. If you just want to go doot, hit the button. It really help us out. We appreciate it. We have, AI tokens are on the way up here, TJ. Looks like ASI is now up 9.2%. That's Fetch, previously known as Fetch. Helium is also up 3.9% here. Floki, maybe we didn't do too bad, releasing Floki 24 hours late. We missed that pump, but maybe Floki could still be a good buy. It is up 34% right now. And then we have the rest of the losers there. But let's look at the biggest losers in all of crypto, and it is Brett. And if your name is Brett, you're not a loser too. You're just, you just got help. You happen to have the same name as this coin. It's not your fault. It's your parents' fault. We have Sats is down 6.3%, BitTorrent and Ondo, but Ondo is up for the week here. Ondo, let's see, let's click on Ondo. 70-cent Ondo. Past 3 months, that thing has just been heading down, still higher than the flash crash that happened right there. We actually had a lot of viewers able to get in this 50 to 60 cent range. So even though we're heading down, you're still, healthily in profits. Last year, if we hit max, Ondo kind of below this range here. And then the next range is kind of scary as well, like 45, 50 cents there. TJ, what are your thoughts on Ondo? I mean, is Ondo going to lose support and fall to 50 cents?
Where's it sitting at right now? I can barely not see
70.
It. 70. No, I mean, 70 seems to be a pretty strong number. It's been a pretty consistent number for it in the past. So I think, it's going to be somewhat reactive to what the overall market does right now. My general sentiment is a lot of sideways action this week, nothing too substantial. I mean, we could make moves up or down, but I have a feeling we stay kind of between 61 and change and 65. But so that would lead me to believe Ondo would probably stay in a similar range as well, not go below the support. So it could, but I think 70 cents is not a bad area to be looking at Ondo.
All right, I like 70 cents. And some of those crypto degens are max bidding 1 penny below the 70 cents. And, maybe that's where the support is coming from here. Will Floki end up a flunky? I don't think so. I think once you're a meme coin and if you can break into that top, I don't know if it's 5 or 10, but if you could break into that top 10, I feel like that community gets large enough where the meme market shrinks, that you still have that loyal fan base. So when meme markets come back, that loyal fan base, they can spark those flames that end up, it's like the coin never dies, essentially. Like Shiba, there's a lot of people building on Shiba. There's a lot of people building on Floki. I'm sure there's a lot of base engineers building on Brett. And of course, you have the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks accepting Doge for the Dallas Maverick ticket. So once you get a certain size, you get a community that starts building, and then it's like technically it's never dead, relatively speaking here. Waiting for the Monster Coaster. This ride is going to be epic. That's what we're going to be releasing later on this week. I got some bold prediction videos that I'm going to be putting out. I might even do a Cardano versus Solana. TJ, I don't know. We'll see. But let's look at Bitcoin's market because I want to look at this parallel channel. This is the channel we've been talking about. We've been trading in this thing since March, and we broke above. And in the video I released, I think it was Friday or Thursday, I said, folks, we're knocking on this door. We're knocking on this dotted line. And I think next time we knock, we're going to burst through. We did end up bursting through. But now the next move, what happens after this? Are we going to head back down or are we going to just head to the top and then reject? If I had to choose a direction, though, I do think we're going to come back down, float around here, maybe get like a strong wick to the downside. But then I think we're going to be heading up to the range. And so I think we're going to be in this range, 60,000. You're saying 65. I think it could go as high as 67, 68. I think we're going to be in this range of 60 to 68 over the next couple of weeks. And that's kind of what I'm predicting for Bitcoin. But TJ, if you had to choose a direction, are they going to touch the dotted line first or the top of the channel first?
What's that dotted line? Is that
the dotted
60?
line is going to be, let's see if it happens over the next 2 days, 60,900, 61,000 essentially.
Yeah, I think we're more likely to touch 61 in the next couple of days, but I agree that we're going to trade within that channel. So those were my numbers were rough, 61-ish to 65-ish. I wouldn't surprise me to see 67. Just looking at what you've got there, but I think we go back down towards the bottom of the dotted line before going back up. That's my gut, but I think it's going to be choppy this week.
I think we're heading down, and that's just my gut. And I'm basing this off a 4-hour RSI divergence here. Now, if you'll notice right here on the top of the channel, you have the price. It's kind of relatively flat. It's slightly moving to the downside, but by no means is it a sharp correction here. But if you look at the RSI is heading downward at a very, very sharp angle. And then this is typically saying the market wants to push the price lower than it's currently at. So I'm probably going to go ahead and let's close half the Bitcoin long here. I might have to go full screen just because the way this is set up. You go here. Can you see the 50? Yeah, we're closing at 50%. We're taking $100 in profit. You saw it right there. Just closed in 100. And if we come back down to that dotted line, TJ, I'm going to add to that trade. So, folks, we're trying to protect your investment here. Let's all get more Satoshis at the end of the day. You saw me just add some Satoshis right there. This is the symmetrical triangle we were saying. And I did say if we break out of this, we're probably going to move to the upside. But if we come back down to that midpoint, again, another $60,000 range. So there's a lot of things pointing at 60K with maybe a wick down to like 595 or maybe even 58.
You called it perfectly on the show on Friday. We were talking about it, and I don't remember the exact number, but you said if we clear just above this number, it's going to make a big move pretty quick after that. And later on that afternoon, like 2 or 3 o'clock, I think it was we creeped above 60,000 or 60 into that 61 and change range, and then boom, all of a sudden huge.
Well, my predictions have been semi-accurate lately. But I got to make another prediction, and maybe that's what I'm going to work on later on. What's the biggest mover today? It was an AI token. DJ, do you know what's happening this week?
What's happening?
Nvidia is going to be releasing their quarterly report. Every single time, it's a big mover for the AI tokens. And so maybe it's time for me to put on that little accountant hat. You know that weird green one that's like you're in a dark room and you're typing on something that's really loud? Put that hat back on. Maybe it's time for an AI token video. You folks want to see an AI token video? Let me know down below in the live chat, and I'll start working on it right after this live stream. Let's talk about this big Bitcoin signal. Okay, I said there's a signal for Bitcoin and which direction it wants to head, and it's a major move. Might be a major move to the upside here. Bitcoin's first yearly golden cross incoming. Here are the crucial targets to watch. I was wondering why I had this chart up. I was like, why is this chart up? I have it right here. Let's see. It's going to be this line. All right, so maybe a little bit hard to see, but you can see the faded, semi-faded red line right there and this teal line right there. It looks like maybe this red line is wanting to come back up. To me, it's a little bit dubious saying it is incoming, but it is, and it's directionally accurate here. Now, big shout out to Tom Crown. We like Tom Crown on the channel. Tom Crown is the one who found this signal, and then some articles ended up picking up and running with it. So shout out to Tommy. The crucial crossover. That sounds like a rap duo, right? Yeah. Crucial crossover. Crucial crossover, which occurs when the 50-day moving average crosses above the 200-day moving average, often regarded as a bullish signal. Last time it occurred October 2023, leading to a huge upsurge in the early bull run phase. Notably, Imminent one would mark the first cross of 2024. Tom Crown, analyst and founder of Crown Analysis. It's where he goes over historical photos and ranks queen crowns and king crowns. And he's like, ooh, that one has a ruby, and that ruby's big. And so, yeah, he's a really, really cool channel. You want to check it out. But he called attention to the latest development in an X post. An accompanying chart displays the daily price action alongside the 50 and the 200-day moving averages. In the past month, it has shown resilience, gradually climbing above those August 5th lows around 50K. And now we've stayed below the 50-day and the 200-day for most of August. Conditions is when it's crossing here. But on the daily chart, the MACD line has crossed above the signal line orange, confirming the recent bullish momentum. Let's go back and see what happened. Let's look at October, because that's really the important note here. All right, so we're going to go back to October 2023. Let me, we're on the daily. Boom. This is 2024. So we got New Year's Eve. All right, so you can see it right here. This is where the red line crossed above the teal line. Happened right here. Bitcoin, I don't want to say this is trading sideways, but it went up 8% over a month. But then a month later, that's when we got a very bullish move. And then let's see, how long did this take? And then about 2 months later, 64 days are out. 2 months later, we got another leg up. But at the moment, if we were to just really, really zoom in, it's this area right here. Yeah, I mean, it did lead to a nice little short-term pump. It is a historically bullish signal. Market's pumped it up 5% over a couple of days, 6% over a few days there. So yeah, this could typically be pretty bullish. Now, TJ, how do you feel as far as the 4-year cycle holding firm? Are we still going to top out Q3, Q4 next year? Or are the markets too mature? Too many people looking at golden crosses, bear crosses? Is this time different?
No, I mean, I would say this time is going to be fairly consistent with a lot of the ones in the past. With that being said, each one hasn't been exactly the same. So maybe a little bit of both. It will be a slightly different, but consistent with what we've seen in the past. I think we will still see it be a generally 4-year cycle. I think we do top out in Q3-ish of next year. We might start to see some selling in the summer, heavy selling in the summer before that. To your point, because I think some more people are wise to it and people are going to start taking profits earlier. But no, I think the 4-year cycle is still intact. I think the video we talked about the other day, or maybe you even mentioned some in your video last night, of the liquidity cycles and the election cycles. This is a multi 4-year cycle that's going on. It's halving cycle obviously is the main driver, but there's a lot of other financial,
there's a 4-year
cycles.
Presidential cycle. There's a 4-year Bitcoin cycle. Then there's the money cycles that often go around 4-year patterns as well. And so we just got a lot of confluence. We got a perfect storm. Only thing missing is George Clooney and Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. AI, yes. AI token video, AI video target. Yes to AI video. All right. After I eat lunch, let me eat. Okay. I need sustenance. Let me eat, and then I'll start working on the AI video. Crypto Glassworks, what is the Bart Simpson pattern? Again, we're going to look at the Bart Simpson later on in the video, so stick around. +1 for Tom Green. Is Tom Crown typically bullish? He's just a trader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he you know what? Whatever the market tells him, that's how Tom Crown feels. Mm-hmm. All right, so we have the key levels there. Now it's time to switch gears a little bit, and that's the CEO getting arrested, everyone. TJ, first, you heard about the Telegram CEO being arrested.
Correct.
Is there an assault on free speech, or is this just a guy breaking the law?
There's absolutely an assault on, free speech, free information, that sort of stuff. I mean, I think he's being arrested for things that happened on the Telegram app, I believe, things that he wasn't even necessarily a part of. So it reminds me a lot of the Tornado Cash developer getting arrested, that sort of thing. Obviously, I believe he got arrested in France. It has to do with, violations in Eurozone on information. So yeah, freedom of information definitely been under assault, and just freedom of speech in general. So yeah, not a fan of seeing this kind of stuff happen. But I think it'll work out in the end.
To me, it's like you're kind of going up the responsibility tree a little too far. It's like, where do you draw the line? Would you hold a machete manufacturer liable, or a kitchen knife manufacturer liable, or I'm using Telegram on my cell phone. Should the cell phone be partially liable? Or how about the Verizon tower? The Verizon tower enabled it. Maybe Verizon's at
exactly.
fault.
That's what gets me is you haven't seen this level of responsibility levied on Google and Facebook.
I actually know who is responsible. I used Telegram one time, but my mother had me. And so it's my mom's fault.
Yeah, there you go.
It's my grandpa. Let's just keep going up. It's Adam and Eve. All right, let's talk about Telegram founder and CEO Pavel Durov arrested in France by National Anti-Fraud Office. I just kind of want to hit some of the notes here. Reportedly arrested after traveling with a woman and his bodyguard from Azerbaijan to Paris airport, which exclusively services private jets. He was the subject of a search warrant from OFMIN investigative agency, which combats child exploitation in France, based on preliminary investigation. According to the report there, he will end up in pre-trial detention. That's certain. On his platform, he allowed countless offenses and crimes to be committed, for which he does nothing to moderate or cooperate. According to this office, who placed him in custody, reportedly told the news site. He's under a lot of flack for only requiring an email address to be able to use this site. And so, that seems to be a lot of the authorities' issues. They want some sort of identification system to be introduced there. Bart, I actually didn't mean to have this here, but I meant to have this above the thing there. Bart, here's a Bart Simpson. Just Bart in there, and it's literally that simple. It's nothing. It's just no like hidden thing. Like, is he right on the chalkboard 50 times and then it does this? No, it's on the 1 hour time frame. There is a little compression, but history. Yeah, I jumped in that Pavel thing. One more thing, I did want to show this. This was 23 bars for a weekly, 161 days. We went nuts. We're 133 days. Folks, we're about a month away, so historically speaking, from things going nuts. So that's
30 days away from party time. Is that what you're saying?
30 days away from party time.
Let's look at. Let's pull a calendar up. Let's look and see when exactly that is. Like actual 30 days. I mean, it would be September.
let's get real official here because it's actually 28 days, 133 to 161.
Oh, well, that's so exactly 4 weeks. Then that's easy.
Yeah, 4 weeks from now. Okay, yeah. So you're just looking at 4 Mondays from now. I thought this would pull up the
23rd of September.
That's weird. It doesn't. Oh, wait. It pulls this thing up. This whole calendar setup. Oh, because it was hidden. Yeah. All right. So you're looking at the 23rd, like you said there. So 23rd, maybe we got some fireworks, everybody. All right. Back to CEO, Mr. Tate, the Cobra, the guy that people say I look like him when I wear sunglasses. I was with Pavel at his mansion in Dubai a week before he was arrested. We were eating a meal.
No, before
Tate was arrested. This was before he was thrown in Romanian jail. We were eating a meal prepared by his team of chefs. I told him they were coming for me. He paused. Basically, he waits for everyone to leave. And then he says, they're coming for everyone. Build yourself. What did Tate do? He just did countless push-ups. Push-ups never abandon you. They're loyal. They're always there. Train your body to protect your mind. Your day will come. I like the mentality of, you know what? The push-ups are always there. Push-ups are my friend.
Right. If they're coming for everybody, one thing we can all do is push-ups. That's the moral of the story, I guess.
Yeah,
tell Drew and the basement guys, hey, start doing push-ups.
I want to see him live.
Yeah.
Here we have, don't know if it's good for humanity that Elon is spending so much time on Twitter making it better, but it's definitely good for the social media industry. If you haven't seen, he was actually on Tucker's podcast there, so go check that out. It's pretty interesting stuff there. Very, very smart guy. And then we have a lot of leaders, including RFK, including Vitalik, and including Elon Musk. TJ, are you ready for my RFK story?
Yeah, let's hear it.
TikTok RFK story. So I made a TikTok. It was just a clip of CNN. CNN cut off RFK mid-speech. And I said, CNN cut off RFK after he criticized Democrats.
Real quick, we gotta add rolling in 40 seconds. I don't want to cut you off in the middle of your story. So everybody, if you could, hit that like button. We got 750 people in here, 180 likes. Let's get that up over 300 real quick. If you're on mobile, sometimes you have to turn your phone sideways to get the like button or exit the live chat, and then you'll see the option to like it. Anyway.
It's so easy, an XRP holder can do it. I'm joking. I didn't know what coin to say there. I hold XRP, so I guess the joke's on me.
All right, so anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so I made this TikTok, 1 million views. First time I've had several hit 500,000, 750K. This is the first one that hit 1 million views, and it was just a clip of CNN, and then CNN cuts him off. I said, it's funny they're cutting him off on free speech, while he's trying to talk about free speech. So they censor him as he's talking about censorship. Got taken down for the E word, integrity. I don't even want to say the word because I don't want to get, I don't want this video get deboosted there. But I appealed. The appealed work, TJ.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Shout out to the what some call spyware.
Yeah.
Did the right thing. DZ, the man with 2 cups and 2 mice. Well, one, just for y'all know, peek behind the curtain here. This helps me control chat because we have chat on a different laptop, and then this helps me control that. This is water, and this is Everclear vodka. No, it's coffee. It's just black coffee, guys. All right. See, I'll drink from it.
No, it's actually the reason it has those green lights on is it's like powered cup or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's powered by Arculus.
Yeah.
Powered by Arculus. Actually, get Arculus.com. Everybody use the code DC10 for your cold storage. No, it keeps the coffee warm. All right, let's talk about some of the CEOs and presidential candidates out there and crypto founders. Highlight growing free speech threat after his arrest. So a number of celebrities and well-known figures coming out in support.
Real quick, on the RFK thing, since we didn't really get to talk about it, he announced Friday after the show, after we wrapped up, he announced his support for Trump, all that sort of thing. You think that's, what is your thoughts on that? Bullish? Do you think that's good for crypto? Do you think that had anything to do with the pump? Or do you think the pump?
So here's the question. Here's the question. You bring someone in that's an expert in a field to be an expert in a field, but maybe they know some other stuff. So do you tap them for that extra stuff? Because he's bringing in RFK for, it appears to be to keep our water, food, and maybe clean up our pharmaceutical industry.
Health stuff, basically.
It's health stuff. So it's not really connected to Bitcoin. He has some other people there. But let's just say I'll use Arnold Schwarzenegger for reference here. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I don't know if you know, he created a $1 million construction business and then sold it and then got into bodybuilding, mastered bodybuilding, won Mr. Universe, got into action movies, mastered that, became the world's #1 action movie star, got bored with that, said, all right, what's the next phase? I want to hold the highest possible office for a foreign-born citizen, which was the governor of the largest state, California. And then he mastered that. And so if you brought on Arnold Schwarzenegger to talk about California governorship, all right, he's an expert in that, or maybe even you brought him on for construction, would you ask him, hey, help me with my pull-up form? I feel like yes. Like if you have this expert and he's brought in for something else, wouldn't you tap him for some of the other stuff he knows? And so I don't think he's going to be on the forefront of policy, but I think when there's a room full of people, he's going to be raising his hand for the right side. That's my take there. Like I don't, he's not brought in for that, but it's going to be a net positive, just lightly.
Yeah, like he's brought you, but I mean, you think it's good that he's brought in to work on the health stuff and the stuff that he is an expert on. I mean,
we clearly have poison in our food supply, in our water supply. There's, I think the list is at 1,000 ingredients that are either outright banned or decentivized, like, with warning labels and stuff, or European rules. So like we have 1,000 ingredients that Europeans are like, no, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true, but it seems directionally true. It seems like a high number to me, and I'm not really for that. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't want a seed oil. I don't want to live in a toxic seed oil ecosystem. RFK's got a lot of crazy stuff coming out lately. All right, but RFK, who dropped out of the race on Friday and supported Trump, also weighed in on the matter about Pavel, indicating the importance of protecting free speech. Tucker Carlson also said it was important. It was as Biden administrator that locked him away. This is from Tucker. He sits in a French jail tonight. A living warning to any platform owner that refuses to censor the truth at the behest of governments and intel agencies. Darkness is descending fast on the formerly free world. Vitalik also had something. He used to criticize Telegram before for not being serious with encryption. However, it looks like he's done a 180. But given the info available, the chain seems to be just being unmoderated and not giving up people's data. This looks very bad and worrying for the future of software, comms, and freedom in Europe. Are we going to see an exit of software companies, social media companies, messaging apps? Are we going to see a major exit from European zone? And to be clear, European zone has a larger GDP than America. So there's a lot of downside to this. But do you think it actually happens, TJ?
I think we will. I mean, I think if we don't, and it's an opportunity for us here in the United States, if we can have a positive policy, but if we stay on the path that we're on, we're going to see exodus from both US and Eurozone areas for tech and innovation, around the globe. Period.
Bob from accounting, but red 40 and yellow number 3 are tasty. You see how they keep changing the names?
Yeah.
Probably not a good thing, right? If you got to change your ingredient's name every 5 years, maybe it's not a good ingredient. All right, here's Edward Snowden's piece here. First, they came for TikTok, and I did not speak out because I was not 12 years old. Then they came for Telegram, and I did not speak out because I was using a different app. Then they came for literally every other platform for dissent, and I did not speak out. Because, bro, how the heck could I? That's the entire point. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah, just it may not matter to you now. This kind of reminds me, my whole little thing on Friday about the unrealized capital gains tax. It's only, I think, 5,000 Americans. The next tax upgrade, it would be 500,000 Americans. Then it'd be 5 million Americans. Then it'd be 50 million Americans. Then it'd be all Americans there. So, you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Looks like there's some more tensions flaring. The guy is Russian, between Russia and France, following that CEO's arrest there. So we'll be keeping an eye out on that. I don't think this will turn into anything serious, however.
And obviously, the Ton Coin project, obviously Ton related to this, took a pretty big hit on the news. Yeah.
I was going to segue because I thought it'd be one of the largest losers, but it wasn't. Then I kind of skipped over. So yeah, if we go here and we scroll down to Ton, it's actually holding up better than most tokens for whatever reason, but you can see it in the charts. When I click on the 7-day and I scroll down, you're going to see exactly when the news broke. Pretty drastic. You got to see it already.
Yeah. So that's just, it's recovering on the dip. That's why it's not so low, but yeah, I got hammered over the weekend.
Yeah, got hammered and, it fell like that and a short seemed impossible. If you didn't have too much leverage, you actually made out pretty well shorting. Of course, if you shorted from here, the next leg down, then you got wrecked. Then you got liquidated there. So yeah, Telegram coin is down. There's a lot of ecosystem plays that are down as well. We're going to talk about some of those towards the end at the alt news. Cat Turd. It's a famous, I would say pretty popular poster here. He's just saying the world is changing fast because we got Mr. Bitcoin, not Michael Saylor, the other Mr. Bitcoin, Nayib Bukele. If you don't know who Nayib Bukele is, El Salvadorian president who made Bitcoin legal tender over there. He seems to be pretty popular, definitely popular with the Bitcoin crowd. El Salvador is not only the safest country in the Western Hemisphere, but we also guarantee that you won't be arrested, censored, or have your assets seized for exercising your right to free speech. And there's no property tax.
Let's go.
So he's clearly trying to get people to move there. I didn't even realize they got Elon Musk saying awesome, Andrew Tate, Lauren Chen, a lot of big people, commenting to that. Would you ever go to Bitcoin Beach?
Sure. Yeah, I haven't been, but I'd be happy to go. Yeah, I think it'd be great. I'd love to check it out.
All right. When's Hit Network relocating?
I don't know. We'll figure it out soon.
Bull run, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Rumble CEO also left Europe after the rest there. I just kind of wanted to show the headline there. Chris Pavlovsky, founder and CEO, he reportedly left Europe after that arrestment, saying they crossed a red line by arresting him for not censoring speech there. So if we don't see software companies pack up and leave, at least the C-suite will, the CEOs will, the presidents will. And one more thing on this, and we'll get back to crypto here. They arrest Telegram CEO instead of Mark Zuckerberg because Zuck complies with state censorship and provides backdoor access to intel agencies. Meta platform had more identified instances of child abuse images than Telegram. Telegram, not even in the top 8. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, then a few others there. So, he's known to be working closely with intelligence agencies. I think the laptop oppression kind of proved that, if nothing else there. But let's talk about prison sentences for these crypto bros. How long are the prison sentences? Number one, it's not Sam Bankman-Fried. It's Ross Ulbricht. I was hoping I could just zoom in a little here. So number one, Ross Ulbricht, life. Sam Bankman-Fried, he's this is in months. He's number two, 300, only 300 months. Then we have Dream Market. I'm not sure too much on Dream Market and Roger Nils. There's a couple other ones. But Alameda Research, Caroline Ellison, big fat goose egg. Nothing for Caroline Ellison to be determined. But at this amount of time, I'm thinking she's going to get just a slap on the wrist here. Arthur Hayes, BitMEX, nothing. Let's see here. Nothing really too crazy. CZ, 4 months. 4 months. So that's what we got for the prison sentences right there. Anything stand out to you? Is Sam Bankman-Fried in too little a time? Or is that about right?
I think that's about right, in my opinion.
Free Ross. Ross should be freed.
He got screwed in the sense of like the way they went about his conviction. There's just all kinds of wrongful stuff going on there. I can't see what are some of those towards the bottom. No, I think I'm not necessarily shocked. I mean, you don't see a
I
lot
thought
of
that
heavy.
said Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, do they have the Tornado Cash guy on there? Is that?
I don't think he's been sentenced.
Gotcha.
So we don't have
So
a
there's-
sentencing. He's just he's being detained in lieu of sentencing without bail.
Yeah,
so
which
that was
is-
one of the issues there.
Yeah, almost a little
All
bit.
right. So
more
yeah, Sam
questionable.
Bankman-Fried almost 25 years. He joins the long list. All right. So Sam Bankman-Fried, never mind. I was going to say, give me some nicknames. We're not going to do that. Justin Sun going to donate $1 million to Free Telegram CEO. You know, maybe it's helping out him, might help himself out in the future, but who knows? All right, let's talk about more stuff here. 36% chance he's going to get released there. All right, let's get back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin price stopped at 65K, but Fetch and other AI tokens skyrocketed. This I just want to show because I am going to do a deep dive on AI tokens. Nvidia report is coming up. I'm going to look at every single report. Let's just maybe go back to the last year and a half. We don't need to look at 2014 reports there or anything, but look at the last few quarters, 6 quarters or so. See what the AI tokens did. Is there a pattern that emerges? I think there is a pattern. I know there is a pattern. So I'm gonna reveal the pattern, the blueprint for AI tokens. So make sure you have on notifications, folks.
Fetch is crushing it. I mean, it's up freaking 70% on the week.
Fetch is up 70%.
Almost like 67.
I mean, it's still huge.
Yeah,
that is huge. 69%.
It's up for the month.
We didn't plan that.
It's almost up for the month compared to not very many, especially altcoins.
I told people to buy a Cardano token. Was it about 5 days ago? I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was Singularity. It is also up 10% today. It's up 66% in the past 7 days. So I don't know when exactly.
Is ASI at this point, right?
Yeah. But yeah, those, you can still get it on Tap Tools.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they haven't done the merges yet. Yeah, so congrats anybody who ended up market buying some Singularity Net there. Everybody's doing pretty well. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin here now. Price stop. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have that coming out. What's happening here? I'm gonna have that coming out later on, probably tomorrow. All right, this is what some are calling the most interesting Bitcoin monthly candle in existence.
Yeah, look at that.
I want to actually test this. So let's go ahead and pull up the monthly. We'll make it kind of big so we can kind of see it pretty well here. Hit the monthly chart. Where did it go? There we go. All right. So let's stretch this. Here, I can do it. What am I doing with it? Here we go. All right. So this is, I mean, that it looks like it just flipped red. That is not good. Yeah. So it was green like a few hours ago, and now it is red. And so now it's an ugly. Now we don't like this candle. We used to like this candle 4 hours ago. We hate this candle now. Just kind of looking back though, here's the monthly candles. That is a very interesting candle. It's definitely the largest wick, isn't it?
Look at that one though. What's the one? Can you see my cursor? This one here.
Yeah.
Reminds
this
me.
one, yeah, the doji candle. This typically signals a reverse, but it did not this time. So that's why you say typically signals a reverse. It doesn't signal a reverse every single time. That time, so this kind of one that looks like it, that kind of signal a reverse there. Yeah, very, very strong wick. What is this yellow line? Oh, that was just like a trend line. Yeah, very, very big wick to the downside. All right, TJ, in a vacuum, I mean, does that look bullish or bearish? It looked bullish when it was green.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it closes that thing up, I mean, it looks bullish because it almost looks like a giant bull flag on the monthly. So
so that would give us a target. I mean, if we're just dubious speculation here, nothing crazy. A nice $100,000 Bitcoin.
Hey,
that could potentially. All right, that's saying April. I could see that for the April peak, and then we dip, and then we have the good bull run in the Q3, Q4 area. So yeah, maybe some that could potentially play out over the next year. Arrow and Brett, like both those tokens, everybody. Randy Show was fire. Yeah, big fans of the Hipper crew. In a vacuum, there's lots of dirt and dust and dog hair. Does your dog shed?
Yeah.
What's your dog's name? People love dogs.
Yeah,
People love dogs. I should be posting my dogs all the time.
Yeah, dog's name is Ada. If you guys haven't been around for a while, yeah.
Is that why you won't sell your Cardano? You feel like you're selling your dog?
I am all in. Yeah, I'm a little attached to Cardano and Ada at this point. It feels a little like I'd have to get rid of the dog if I got rid of the Ada. So All right, I got Tide and Athena. So maybe I'd try to. I mean, Athena is a cryptocurrency. It's just spelled differently. Maybe like Tron and Ethereum. Kind of sounds close. All right, Bitcoin dominance. Ben Cowan's
Tim Warren's favorite thing to talk about here, aiming for new multi-year high.
Real quick, let us know in the chat if you have a dog, what's your dog's name?
Tell us the dog's name. I'll say the cool names. I want a dog named like John Wick. Not Sparky or something like that. Let's see. Arrow versus Uni. Who runs better over the next 6 months? God, that's a good question. Arrow versus Uni, 6 months. Who do you have?
Arrow.
Me too. Why? Yeah. My pick would be Arrow because it's smaller market cap.
Yeah, that's similar. Uni's a lot bigger. A lot of L2s competing on that for fees and all that. So that's my take.
All right. Sorry to hear about Einstein. Sorry to hear about that. Prayers for Einstein. All dogs go to heaven. We all know that. I named my dog DOG. First time I saw that when I was like a teenager, I was like, oh my God, that's such a clever name. DOG. And then I saw like 3 DOG names over the next 2 years. I was like, oh, it's just
I wanted to do that when I was like 11.
Okay, he can't do it because it's still his first childhood pet. Yeah, you don't want to share that information. If it's your first pet, maybe don't say it. Makia and Shadow. Shadow's always a scary name. Loki.
Yeah.
So you just want your dog to be a little hellion, just trashing your house when you're out and stuff.
Nacho. Nacho's a great name for a dog.
I like Nacho. Cat called Bitcoin. I like Sats too. Come here, Sats. Bo and Bella. Wait, do we have a Twilight fan? Do they sparkle in the sunlight? All right. So dominance has climbed back above the 57% level. It peaked at 57.6. So we're coming to these high ranges for Bitcoin dominance. Well, let's just look right ourselves. You type in BTC.D and that'll find you the Bitcoin dominance. I think we're still on monthly. Oh wait, no, we're back to the 4 hour here. We shrink that. RSI does not matter. Let's go to the weekly. Oh, wow. Wow, that definitely looks like a peak on the weekly. I said we're going to reject around before we get to 60%. I don't know, man. It's like every time it looks like it's starting to curve, right? It's like, oh, it's starting to curve. No, it doesn't have a leg up. Like, oh, it's starting to curve. Oh, it doesn't have a leg up. Oh, now it's starting to curve. Nope, it did another leg up. And so like every time it looks like it curves, it just keeps doing legs up. So we'll be watching that. Bitcoin dominance. Once it starts to go down, this is why it's important. Once it goes down, your altcoins go up. This is your ETH. This is your Cardano. This is your Solana. This is whatever altcoin you might have. This is your Chainlink.
Nice.
And so as this goes down, it is good for your crypto portfolio. If you're over allocated to altcoins, like probably a lot of us are. Why? Because we're chasing those pumps.
That's right.
Who wants to be happy with the 2x?
I want a 20x. Are you even doing crypto if you're not over allocated to altcoins at this point? Like, come on. Even though I'm mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum.
That's just how it is. That's just how it be, folks. So Bitcoin ETFs log a huge amount of inflows, the highest since July after the rate cut signal at Jackson Hole. And I just had a pretty cool graph I wanted to show you after this tweet. Genesis sold, Jump sold, Grayscale sold, Germany sold, Mt. Gox bought. Sold, but BlackRock bought. I don't know why I said bought there.
Yeah.
So everybody's selling, smart, sophisticated people, but maybe BlackRock is signaling the reversal. And then this, I almost noticed almost like some TA. I should probably be drawing on this. Is this the drawing tool? Simple Super Highlighter. I'll mess with it later in another date. I feel like there's almost flows. It's like it spikes up, get like a little relief scam pump, and then it goes back down. And then it spiked up, and then it started to head back down. DJ, am I crazy for feeling we're directionally heading bullish and could continue to go bullish over the next couple of weeks?
No, I think you're right on it. You look at it, you just kind of have to put the matrix eyes on a little bit, squint a little bit, and then boom, you can see the pattern forming right in front of you.
Is this like the glasses where you put everything I look at makes me want to buy more crypto because I'm just eternally bullish glasses? Or is this actual revealing something here?
Why not both?
Why not both? It reminds me of the meme of the guy that I don't know what movie it is. Chat, we have the smart chat. What's the movie? It's the 80s. It's maybe Kurt Russell or somebody where everybody's pod people, the signs say listen to our advertising, we're trying to kill you or whatever. But it's the sign will say something else, but he puts the glasses on and allows them to see. It's in a bunch of GIFs. Oh man, someone chat will let us know. Q4 historically pretty dang bullish. We had 4 months of green. Bear market area, bear market vibes. I mean, even the 40% pump kind of almost offsets the red candles there, but all green, all green. Let's do the 4-year cycle thing. 2020, it was red and 3 green. 2016, 4 green. And so this is historically a bullish period. It's already historically a bullish quarter. And then within the 4-year cycle, historically even more bullish. It's not Kurt Russell. It's They Live. They Live. Who is it? Oh, it's Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper. That's right. Yeah. Shout out to the kilts. Shout out to the kilt wearers. Harrison Trump returned a 50-50 standoff on Polymarket. There's a little bit of a Trump pump with the RFK news. Kamala, I think, TJ, I know we don't try to go too political. Josh, he'll go a little bit more political. Kamala still hasn't done a sit-down interview in any kind of real length here. Once she does the interview, is there going to be a Kamala pump or a Kamala dump after an interview?
Oh, interesting question. I would think it's going to be an inconsequential. Like, I don't think the interview is really going to turn a lot.
Kind of say the same thing.
A lot of people.
I don't think it moves.
I don't think it does either. Now, what they could do depends on the interview and depends on the media push afterwards. If they can get enough sound bites and just drive them down people's throats over the next couple months, then maybe. But I'm not. So far, less is more when it comes to talking from her. So.
Yeah, Roddy Piper, amazing on Always Sunny. Yeah, really, really good job there. His character is like the homeless guy from like episode 2 of Rick and Morty, or he only says Pearl Harbor. It's like one of my favorite characters with only one line. Kamala, they're getting her, with some, I don't know, some mistakes. I guess she did say 220. I thought it was million American. So yeah, they got her with some gaffes. Here and there. So yeah, to TJ's point, maybe less is more for that campaign. Do want to give a big shout out to ConstellationNetwork.io, aka DAG, build specific networks for tokens, developer, enterprise, federal folks. Go check them out. I think we do have a link down below. Now, pro Bitcoin candidates joining forces as he endorsed them to save our country. We kind of talked about that in the beginning there. Once a vocal crypto critic, Donald Trump has pivoted and is now taking a position as a pro-digital asset candidate. Reddit hated this quote. Who knows? Maybe we'll pay off our $35 trillion debt. Hand them a little crypto check, right? We'll hand them a little Bitcoin and we'll wipe out our $35 trillion. When this came out, Reddit was like, he doesn't know crypto. He thinks you can just write a crypto check. And they're like saying he's going to create a S-coin. I was like, I don't think he's saying an S-coin here. I didn't hear anything about creating an S-coin.
No.
But yeah, it seems like market buy Bitcoin, market sell later, pay off debt. There's no way we could put a dent in it. They'd have to seriously start accumulating some Bitcoin. Gold's market cap is 16 trillion. And so with our debt at 35 trillion, Bitcoin could reach gold. We could buy half the Bitcoin in existence and it'd be less than 1/4 of our debt.
Ironically, is overly simplified as that strategy sounds. Like you said, market buy Bitcoin, let it go up, market sell Bitcoin is crazy and stupid. And like you said, there's no way that's going to work. That's still the best idea on the table. That's what's so crazy is there literally is no other solution.
Yeah.
That's the best idea on the table.
They can't cut spending. Old people outvote young people. It's a tale old as time. I used to hear it all the time. You don't hear it anymore. Old people will never vote to reduce Medicaid and Medicare and Social Security benefits ever. Why? Because they're the older people. It's like, why would I vote to reduce my benefits? It just never happens. And so we have to have a real serious conversation about if we're spending this much money, we have to either bring in more or reduce what we're spending. And just people don't want to have that hard conversation. Let's talk about Powell for a second and confirming September rate cut. If you read between the lines, stocks and crypto rallied. So we are going to be watching this rate cut very closely. If I had to guess, I think Josh will probably live stream it. And Josh is back tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah. By the way, yeah, he officially did get married Friday. I know some of you guys saw that on X. Took the weekend, and we'll be back here before doing an official honeymoon. So yeah, we'll be back in office tomorrow. Looking forward to having him back.
All right. Now we have Steve Hanke. Central bankers want to divert the public's attention away from them because they don't want people to look at the money supply. They're very successful doing it. They almost have a monopoly on the press. This is what we always talk about. You can blame a greedy corporation. Sometimes you just got to, blame printing trillions of dollars out of thin air maybe reduces the value of your dollar. Call me crazy.
It's all about the money supply. It's always about the fuel and the economy. Why people can't get this through their heads is beyond me. But the reason for it, I know. It's the central bankers. The central bankers want to divert the public's attention away from them because they don't want people to look at the money supply. Because who's responsible for the money supply? It's the central bankers. So if the money supply isn't behaving properly.
All right, chat, real quick. Type a percentage. What percentage of books behind them has he read? Is it 50%? Is it 99%? Is it like 5%?
And we have either slowdown in inflation or growth in inflation. The central bankers want to put our eyes on something else, and they've been very successful at doing it. They almost have a monopoly on the press, by the way. The press just feeds at the trough of the central bank.
One of the best quotes I heard was, it's all these greedy corporations. And then someone said, did the people who printed trillions of dollars also say that? And you're like, well, yeah. I mean, they're saying it too, but we're both right? 1%, 85%. See, I'm kind of with you, TJ. Like I'm thinking around 3, 4, 7%, 20%, 2%, 100%. Have you noticed they're not like neat and like
right.
TJ would have these. You could put a level on it. You can put a ruler on it. But this makes me think he's like putting it in and pulling them out.
Yeah, they look like things that he's read over the years and just stacked up. The best comment, though, I saw from C90 for the win says, wow, Ty Lopez certainly has aged here. All that knowledge behind him on the wall.
I like Mr. Techno Goodies. Those books are hollow. That's where he stores his hardware, wallets, and seed phrases. Perhaps get Arculus.com. Yeah. Maybe he's going there, folks. That's where he is. It's Arculus. I've read about 45% of the books I own. I'm in the middle of, I'm almost done with a 3-body problem trilogy. I'm on the 3rd and final book. If you watch the Netflix series, I highly recommend those books. They're mind blowing.
I started the Netflix series.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. It's much different in the books. Like they change genders of star. Like it's, I don't want to say it's acolyte, but it's different.
Kind of is, yeah.
It's a little different. Acolyte got canceled. You have any feelings on that?
No,
we didn't talk about it. It was a hot button social issue.
No, I don't really do a lot with. I didn't even know it was a thing. Like it was canceled before I even knew it was a thing. So it really didn't enter my sphere of consciousness. But when I heard about it, I was like, nah, cracks.
Your father, he's a Trekkie, right? Not a Warzy, right?
Yeah,
your father's a Trekkie.
I did. Yeah, he's definitely a Trekkie, and I did. That is like as a kid when the episode 1 and some of the new Star Wars came out, we definitely went and saw it. Because he went and saw all the new ones when they came out in theater back in whatever.
I rode my bicycle. I was like 14. I rode my bicycle to go see episode 1. It was loved it. It was across the street from a little go kart arcade place. I immediately went across the street and paid $5 for the go-karts, and I thought I was Anakin. I thought I was a Bulba. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Hex. This is TJ's favorite coin to talk about here. Hex founder Richard Hart's bid to dismiss the fraud lawsuit fails. You might have to show up in court. We might get some Hex. We might get Hart on the stand clips pretty soon. Do you think they'll televise? If you televise any crypto courtroom drama, you got to televise Richard Hart. Sam Bankman-Fried on the stand, I couldn't care less. Richard Hart is a very captivating speaker. He's a master persuader. I would say he's potentially the best persuader in all of crypto. I try to study some persuasion techniques, and he knocks them out of the park. 10 out of 10. He knows several techniques. He's a very, very strong influencer. I would, not in a bad way. I think I would enjoy it because he'd mop the floor with a prosecutor. I would love to see Richard Hart on stand.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would have that prosecutor just tripping over their tongue, stumbling. It'd almost be like the Alex Jones clip. I don't know if you've seen the Alex Jones clip where he's talking to the prosecutor and then it cuts to Joe Rogan going whoa. It would look like that. I can't play that clip because it would get us deboosted, folks. Stablecoin news: USDC market cap surges 15-month high. I've talked about this in the past. We're going to continue to see these stories. You're going to see Tether all-time high, Circle all-time high, 24-month high, 36-month high, all-time high. This is just going to be part and parcel for the bull run as we're getting closer to that parabolic rally that I think we're going to get around Q3, Q4 of next year. And here we have another article, basically the same thing. Market cap hits a new all-time high. beating the early 22 record there. Argentina, shout out to Argentina. They're including Ethereum and blockchain in their high school curriculum there.
Nice.
Meanwhile, what's our high schools teaching, DJ?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Yeah.
I have no idea either. I could say some things, but I'm not.
I do know we're trending in the wrong direction. I'll say that much. We're not going. They're not getting higher scores over time. Getting lower scores.
Easy in the go kart. Cut to the close. Cut to the close for me here.
Oh, sorry.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah, exactly.
That was literally me. I was a child. Okay,
Yeah.
I was a child.
Hey,
All
I
right?
mean that's what it's all about right there. You know, riding your bike to go see the story. It sounded like you were in a scene out of Stranger Things when you were telling that story. Like, yeah, it was the arcade next door. Rode my bike down to watch the Star Wars. You know.
Oh man. Oh God, KO Kev, you maniac. Ministry of Education of the City of Buenos Aires has partnered with the ETH Kipu Foundation to introduce ETH and blockchain technology in a high school curriculum. So it's high school students in Buenos Aires, and they'll have the opportunity to engage in professional internships. That's super cool. Focus on blockchain projects. It'll be available to 500 students age 18 and older. You know what they really should do? They should, all right, there's a lot of public money that goes into students. Just earmark $20, $50, and just give them put it on a Uniswap wallet and have them trade on Base, or put it on Phantom and have them trade on Solana, and just be like, all right, go nuts. You know, the transaction are going to cost you like a penny. So, you know, you gotta factor that in. Don't put them on regular ETH mainnet. They'll do it on a high gas fee and pay $5. But yeah, I think that would be the ultimate education. What percentage of high school students would just buy meme coins? 190? It'd be a lot of them.
A lot, most of them. But I think that would be exercises like that. I think would be a far better use of time and education for young people, especially high school age students and stuff. Try to, like you said, give them a little money. I mean, you don't even have to use real money. Just give them all wallets and sandbox trading accounts and things like that. Let people actually experience what it would be like to trade the market, see if they have a skill for it, see if they're good at numbered recognition, pattern recognition, that sort of stuff before they get, you know, far into their careers. And, you know, but schools unfortunately aren't designed for a lot of real life, real world application type of learning. But I think if they were, I think people would learn a lot better, a lot faster. So,
and yes, it was there was a putt as well. TJ, when's the last time you did putt?
When is the last time I did putt? I love putt. I'm a sucker for putt.
Has Top Golf killed putt? I don't know. I've never heard anyone ask that question, but I was like, why haven't people don't even talk about it anymore. Then I thought, Top Golf. Everyone just talks about Top Golf.
I don't know if it's killed it, but it's definitely taken a huge bite out of the market share.
It's taken some of their market share for sure.
Yeah, so putt places I think of generally on vacation, and you see a little place when you're near the beach or whatever. Yeah, you go play putt for a couple hours, but I like doing it. It has been a couple of years at this point, but I thought about doing it a couple months ago, just didn't do it.
Yeah. I'll blame Top Golf. Because if you're a putt holder, or owner, business owner, you'd be looking at your P&L sheet and you'd be like, man, this is just chafing me raw. There you go. There you go. All right, you wanted it, you got it. ETH selling. What the heck is going on? ETH Foundation calms the bearish concerns and explains why they sold damn near $100 million worth of Ethereum. It was just a transfer by the nonprofit on Friday, so freaked everybody out. 35,000 Ethereum, and so people were like, "Hey, what's going on here?" It was not equal to a sale, but rather a process in managing the organization's treasury. And so it was a swap for fiat to settle certain obligations. Maybe they got, I don't know. I'm sure they have business leases, if not, property that they're buying and stuff like that. Let's see, the Deadwood. They don't even teach how to balance a checkbook anymore. And TJ said it's because they don't even use checkbooks anymore. Sad day. I want to pull out rectangular pieces of paper and scribble at the grocery store. Chainlink, folks. I kind of saw this quote. This what ended up leading to this Chainlink video right here. We just put it out. Is it really just 14 hours ago? Okay, it's less than a day old. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I have a shocking price prediction. I say it goes to $1 million. I don't say that. Watch it to figure out where I actually say it goes. Fetch, remember, I'm putting out an AI video. It's probably going to go out tomorrow evening. So stick around for the AI news. We're going to talk about that. Injective now integrated with, they chose Ton.
No, bad
wrong timing.
Yeah.
That would have been great 5 days ago. I don't think they would have fallen off the news, but let's see. Did Injective have a dump? Probably not. Probably not. Let's see. We got to hit the 7-day. It'll be about right here. Little bit, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't say that's exactly indicative of a dump there. All right, let's talk about Cardano versus Solana. First, we got the Chain hard fork waiting for September 1st. We did just put out a Cardano video, so go watch that if you want to learn more about the Chain hard fork. But here we have Understanding the Software series, Cardano versus Solana, real-time transactions per second, Solana. Max recorded. So transactions per second, Solana's the winner. Max theoretical. So, all right, boom, win in there. What about block time? Block time, larger. I would say that's actually maybe bearish there. Finality. Finality is higher on Cardano. Governance model, Cardano on-chain. Solana governance off-chain. I think most people would say governance on-chain is a good thing there. Launch date, I mean, you don't really have a winner or a loser here. Launch date, September 27th for 2017 and March 16th, 2020 for Cardano. Maybe I should do another deep dive and not look at all these, some different metrics, price prediction, market cap, Solana versus Cardano. Do you think the community will want to see that coin or that video?
I think that'd be a great video.
I think maybe I'll start working on that after the AI video. And here we have Jupiter Exchange. Speaking of Solana, just introduced Jupiter Lock, open source, free, and audited alternative to release your project's tokens over time. So it looks like they're just releasing more tools for. This would be good for NFT projects. You can do some sort of thing like, hey, we make a token, we do an airdrop. We can use the Jupiter tools. So you're buying the NFT off Jupiter, and we're using Jupiter. So it's just like one happy, cohesive family unit. XRP price forms largest bull flag in history. Stop looking at the XRP logarithmic bull flags. It's all a bunch of crap. It's not going there. If we click on it, you can see it, I believe. Okay, that's just a zoomed in chart. Yeah, basically they get a log chart, and then it looks like XRP is going to go to $1 million. Not going to happen. This is huge. I was surprised to see this. NFTs, are they coming back? Bored Ape Yacht Club went from 19K to 39K. Penguin 17 to 31. D-Gods 1,500 to 5,300. And Azuki even climbed 50% there. Easily the strongest bounce since the FTX crash. Love to see it. I'm actually curious. I have a mutant. I'm just curious, what is the floor on mutants? I don't even look anymore. I probably may never sell it. I don't know. Mutant floor 2.2 above 2. So what's ETH right now? So we got 2 plus another 10%. So about almost around 6K. 6K for a little cartoon monkey. I'm not mad about that.
Not bad at all.
Best crashing network. Oh, that's a good one. Downtime. Yeah, downtime. I mean, Cardano's had 0 crashes, 0 hacks, 0 downtime. So it wins on that metrics. Crypto Crank, though, I'm not a fan of Cardano at all. Avalanche over ADA every single day. Well, we're still in the Avalanche long, and the Avalanche long is now 375% in profit. And hey, DZ also like Solana. We're 800% in profit. Yeah, we almost got a 10x there. Now I've closed 85% of the trade.
Still. Great trade.
Yeah, we're not upset about that. The funding isn't too crazy because it's. I think we may get a major leg up, and then maybe I'll add to it if it dips. Who knows?
Sick. Yeah.
All right, but folks, that is our show today. We got some awesome content in the pipelines that we're working on right now. Stick around for that Solana versus Cardano, but the AI token. I'm going to go work on that. Make sure you're on notifications. If you didn't watch last night's Chainlink video, go watch that right after this. It will make you smarter. It will make you healthier. Just make you just better all around. Hit that like button on the way out. We appreciate it, folks. Josh is back tomorrow.